that the crafting thing in this game that people talked about, or is it a whole crafting
That
system?
that is the crafting system where you can re-roll items, and there's an awful lot of possibilities there. For example, you can re-roll the values on the mods without changing the mods. Like
Yeah.
if you have, say, 10 to 50 lightning damage is the range that you can get, and you roll a really bad roll like 11, you can then re-roll the mods to change that maybe higher to 50.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it really seemed like all the currency in this game, you definitely use it, which is
Yeah.
nice. Like I would use all my gems right now, but I think it's kind of smarter to save them up a bit. Most likely.
Yeah, it's interesting to see some players literally save every gem they find. Others
Yeah.
use them all as soon as they get them, and some, of course, do a combination. It's really interesting to see what problems each one faces.
Yeah, I'm not sure when I want to use them. Like, I don't want to wait until I'm level 100, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I guess I'll use them when I start to get owned by the content.
Yeah. Occasionally we get feedback like there was this guy who was complaining the game was way too hard, and he listed all the other games that he's played and how good he was at them, and concludes that Path of Exile is too difficult. But then we log into a copy of his character, because we copy them all to our own servers to check things. We logged into a copy of his character, and he was using white items, but had a stash full of very valuable currency that he could have used to get like a double improvement on his character in 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's because he's definitely trained to be a saver.
Yeah.
Whereas there are other people that have these perfectly optimized level 15 characters that would probably win a, a low-level dueling competition.
Yeah.
But then their character becomes outdated 6 levels later.
That's why I used my gem on my weapon, because like I felt I was doing really low DPS at the time, and then at the same time I got lucky. I think I got a really strong one.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like that's a positive experience for you.
Yeah, definitely. Oops. We're gonna raise volume a bit. I really enjoy the music in this game. Like in Diablo 3, I don't even listen to the music. I pretty much turn it off. But it's a lot more like this game is a lot more dark, and the music fits really well.
Thanks. Yeah, our music guys are very talented.
Especially, yeah, like you said, when you got to the boss area, then the music was really awesome.
Yeah.
Gem cannot level up. Are those capped then?
Basically, there are requirements for the gems. So if you have a green gem, but you put all your points in strength, then you can't level it up anymore. If you don't want that to appear, you can right-click on it, and it won't go away. Like if you right-click on the plus pad.
Yeah, it's
and that
a
way
green gem and a blue one.
The reason we make people level up the gems manually is because sometimes there are reasons to not want to get any higher. Like it increases the mana cost, and you might not want the requirements to go up so much.
That is definitely true. I have to look at that. 14 mana. Yeah, that's why I might want some int as well, I guess. Like the more int I have, the higher level I can get on my gems, and still be able to use them, spam them.
Yep. It is good to pick up requirements where you can, and sometimes it's very easy. Like there's a unique amulet that gives, say, 110 to all attributes, for example.
Oh. It's a lot better than the gear I have right now. Like the highest type of item I found is rare. Is there anything better than there, like uniques or?
Yeah, there are unique items. They're currently tuned to be relatively unlikely to drop, but I mean, for example, Crip found one relatively early in his stream, which was nice.
That's cool.
Hopefully you will as well.
Yeah, I hope so too.
In fact, that unique was designed by Brother Laz, the guy who made the Median Excel mod that was very popular in D2. We've got him on board helping us design some of the uniques.
Cool. Oh, how does twinking work in this game? Do you bind any items to yourself, or?
There's no binding, and we encourage twinking in that part of the reason you pick up items is so that your next characters have an easier time and you feel more powerful.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we're expecting as hard the first way through, and then you've got a few items to help out, and eventually you've got your set of twinking gear so that you can kind of breeze new characters through the game, and that's a fun and expected way that people will play.
Yeah, definitely. I already saved a wand for my witch. It's level 5, a rare one that I found. I like how big the areas are pretty big right now. They're a bit bigger in Act 2, it seems like, than Act 1. like each
Yeah.
place I go to.
Yeah, in some cases we feel a few of them are a little too large, like there's too many corners that have monsters that you have to work really hard to find. But
Oh
we'll
yeah,
get it tweaked.
I'm not a big fan of those quests usually. Like there was one of those in Act 1, you know, a quest where you have to kill everything on the map, and when you have like one mob left, you might not find it for like 10
Yeah.
minutes. It reminded me of Diablo 2, you know, what's it called, the Den of Evil. Like sometimes you have like one guy left somewhere and you have to run around a few times just to find it.
Yeah. The quest is similar to that.
Yeah. Oh, I want to, when you kill the big bosses that always drops rares, it seems like. Will they drop rares every time, or is it just the first time you kill them? Like
So, the drops don't change on subsequent things, but there's also no guarantee of a rare. It's just that we give them a certain number of slots and a certain increase to magic find, and we pitch it so they probably drop rares.
yeah.
So if you're lucky, you'll get several. If you're unlucky, you might get none, but that's why it's fun,
Okay.
because it's random.
Yeah, definitely. I was asking because in Diablo 3 you always, like, on normal mode you always got rares. The first time you kill them, but the second time it wasn't guaranteed.
Right. We understand that there are ways to abuse quests in these type of games so that you can get the first drop too often. So we just made it so it's a consistent reward for finding the boss and killing it.
Yeah.
And this does mean that you can farm the boss if you want to, but hopefully you get as much rewards from clearing areas like you're doing as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, how long does it take to get... like, how many in-game hours would it take to get level 100, you think? For, like, the average player?
Well, you remember in Diablo 2 how there were strong diminishing returns. Like, for example, getting to level 90 was really hard.
Yeah.
Getting to level 92 was just that much harder. And, like, if someone said they were level 97, you know that guy's put in a ton of work, but nowhere near as much as the level 98 guy. We've got that type of thing going on. Really harsh diminishing returns.
I love that, I love that. I usually bailed on my... Well, since I didn't play Diablo that much, I usually got up to like 89 and 90. And then I just felt like I wasn't getting any XP at all. Like, I could play for days and I didn't get shit. But that system is awesome if you want to play a game hardcore, I think.
Yeah, I played one character through to 99 in hardcore,
Really?
and that involved a lot of leeching.
Yeah, holy shit. I don't know, I could never do that. But I was playing MMOs at the time, so I didn't really have a lot of time to play Diablo 2.
Yeah, I devoted a few years to that game.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's like the biggest issue with Diablo 3, like you have nothing to do. If they actually had a long leveling system like Diablo 2, you would have a lot more to do in the game. And a system like that also means that you don't just farm bosses. Like, I mean, the most effective way to level is usually like killing mobs, or is it like in Diablo 2 in this game where like you get a lot of XP from like a boss?
You know, I don't actually know what the most efficient way to level is. That's a very good question. The bosses do give good experience, but I don't know which is the optimal strategy. I'll have to ask some of the more hardcore farmers.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll get 100 PMs now that I've shown that I don't know that.
Yeah, because I know like in Diablo you almost only got XP from like Diablo or Ball or something like that. Like on the last 10 levels.
That's possibly because those bosses had very high monster levels. Like Bal's level 99, for example.
Yeah, like, I would personally prefer it if you would get, I mean, good XP from clearing as well, because then you would not just farm bosses.
Yeah.
Like some people would farm areas to level fast, and some people would maybe farm bosses to get gear instead of leveling fast. So you can like choose the route you want to go.
Yeah, I think it would work like that at the moment. That endgame map system that we've got, there are very high level monsters in there, so and that goes all the way up to I think 9 levels higher than the highest axe boss in our game.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, I really like this cave here. It's so dark. You don't see anything in front of you.
Yeah. We've tied the light radius to how much life you have left so that it can scare you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, everyone's complaining your stream is lagging.
Really? God damn it!
Swedish internet?
And my internet is like perfect, but it's usually like depending on where I broadcast, like if I do it to Germany or Netherlands or whatever.
Yeah, this is a tribute to our lead artist who talks about Swedish internet being better than New Zealand internet every single day. Whenever anything goes wrong, it's because we don't have Swedish internet.
Yeah, well, I have 100 megabit upload and download, so my net is usually 5. Oh, is it super laggy? Yeah, I'll just change. I'll restart my stream, I guess.